What's going on YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update of Bitcoin, and we're also going to get into some altcoins as well. I'm hoping to get into ETH. We're going to look at Dash, Zcash, Link, Tezos. We may even get into DigiByte. But I wanted to get into Bitcoin here because Bitcoin is still making a miraculous move here. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin on the 12-hour time frame here. So each candle is going to represent 12 hours. And we're still riding and still up above this 20 EMA. This is what I'm really looking at, guys, because once we broke out of this symmetrical triangle, we have held that as support all the way up through. So I think it's going to be significant on the 12-hour time frame when we start getting candle closes below that. That may be the time to get out of your position. Another smart thing to do is to use trailing stop losses. Right now, the volatility stop would be at 15,846, and that's TradingView calculating this. And I also want to say, guys, if you hear me coughing or anything, I'm not feeling the best today, so just bear with me. But we're going to push through this because it's important stuff, and we need to drill down into it. So for this 20 here, we want to stay up above that and have candle closes up above that. Once we start having candle closes below that, that may be the sign that we're going to start getting that retracement that I do believe we need here to have longer term health for Bitcoin. Whenever anything goes almost straight up, that's when you want to start being cautious and using those trailing stop losses behind it. And as price goes up, just reset your stop losses, just keep moving them up. And that's the best way you can do it. Next, what I want to do is take a look at the RSI. The RSI is at 71. So on the 12-hour time frame here, when we really get overextended, we can push well up into the high 80s, even the low 90s. So you do need to be aware of that. I mean, if Bitcoin really wants some more, guys, it could go up to 17,139. It's going to be the next overhead resistance area. We want to see what we do with that. We're fighting right now with the resistance of 16,485, and we're going to have to see if we have a candle close up above that. Volume right now, we are just average, but we still have a decent amount of the day left here. So we will most likely have above average volume as we're going up trying to test some of these higher levels. So be cautious on Bitcoin there. Really watch that 20 EMA. We are getting overextended. And once we start having candle closes below that, that may be the time to take some profit. But next one we're going to get into is Ethereum. If you get something from this, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Appreciate y'all helping this channel out. So ETH right now is sitting at $462. As we take a look here, main thing we've been talking about for Ethereum is keeping these higher lows coming in. So we just set another higher low. So you can see volatility stop would be at 444 right now. We're trying to test overhead resistance at 465. If we can get a candle close up above that, the next resistance is going to be at 477, then up around 489 for Ethereum. But we're still trading on the 12-hour here up above the 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200. And the reason why I like to use this 12-hour here, guys, because cryptocurrency is 24-hour mark. So sometimes this can give you a little bit more data than just looking at the one-day time frame. Just expose a little bit more of the patterns and things that are taking place. So I like to look at that. The RSI is at 59 right now. So right now, the main thing is just really holding as support about $445. See if we can stay up above that for Ethereum. Next one we're going to look at is going to be Dash making a beautiful move. We're up at around $81 right now. And what we did, we broke out of this downtrend, came on heavier volume, a little bit of a sell-off, and now we're getting another move up. So we want to see if the volume swell is going to continue, but this is one here, guys, for Dash. Overhead resistance, we're going to be looking at 83.36, and then it'd be up around 89.44. Are going to be the overhead resistance area, and we still may have enough to get up into some of those higher levels. As you see on the 12-hour, a lot of golden crosses taking place there. Moving averages crossing over one another to the upside, and you can see we had an impulse wave out of there. So looking pretty decent on Dash. The volatility stop would be at $74 right now. And that just calculates, like we talked about, the volatility of where you may want your stop due to the volatility to help keep you safe as well. Because in this space, you know, stop losses can be very important. So you really want to study up on them. I'm still learning a lot myself about them. So that's going to be Dash there, guys. RSI is at 68. So let's see where we're going to push, see if we can get up through that 83.36. Going to be the next overhead resistance. Then we're going to go to Zcash. This one I've been talking about for quite a while here. Did just a singular video about it. There's the halving coming up for Zcash. Many times you'll get some, you know, swelling of volume, some buying pressure before that. So it's definitely one I was keeping an eye on. And what you can see here is that same deal. We're trying to get that breakout from this downtrend, trying to change the trend, get a nice breakout. If we can have a candle close today up above roughly about 65.94, the next area we'd look up to is going to be around 68.50, then 73.62 is going to be the overhead resistance area. Want to continue to hold this purple trend line, but it's nice to see that heavy volume coming in. Same deal, getting close to those golden crosses. RSI's at 62. So that's going to be Zcash. Next one I wanted to look at was Link. So with Link, we're at $12.64. What we're looking at for Link here is still staying up above this white trend line. This is our uptrend line, higher highs and higher lows coming in, forming that channel here. So what we're trying to do now is form another higher low. If we can hold this area, that could give us room to go up and start testing maybe even $13.43. It's going to be the next overhead resistance area. In terms of support, we're going to look to hold $12.11. Still not a massive amount of buying pressure in this area, so we're going to have to be careful. We could get into a little equilibrium here, but the main thing overall is to stay up above this white trend line. We're up above our 200, our 100, and our 50 moving average, so that's a good thing there. You can see the technicals we got to buy for Link. And Link's one that when it does push hard, it pushes very hard. So when it runs hard. Just be prepared for that. So that's going to be Link, and then we're going to get in Tezos. Tezos is at $2.07. Main area of support we're going to try to hold is $2 for Tezos. See if we can keep this higher low. That's what's important because we've been in this downtrend for so long, trying to change that trend, higher low. See if we can go up and crack $2.18 is going to be the overhead resistance. And what we got to do is get back above this 100 and this 200 moving average. You can see here for Tezos, we're still below them. And with many other coins, we're up above them. So that's something we do want to be aware of, but looks like the trend is changing here. We had some heavier volume come in. Just got to have patience, see if we can get that next pop to the upside. The RSI is at 50, so we do have plenty of room if we do want to push up to some higher levels. If we look at the technicals, though, here for Tezos, you can see the oscillators are increasing, which is a good thing for us. Overall summary, we have 11 sell, 9 neutral, 8 buy, and a lot of that is due to the moving averages that are pressing down upon us right now. We need some volume to get up above those moving averages. So those are the areas I'm going to look at for Tezos, and then we'll take a look at DigiByte. DigiByte's lost some areas here. So basically, we're below our 20, our 50, our 100, and our 200 moving average there, guys. So we need to be aware of that pretty heavy downtrend that's forming. We are getting some bullish divergence, though, on the RSI. So I do want to point that out. But right now, you got to be careful in these areas for DigiByte. Main thing we want to do is hold 0.01884 as support. In terms of overhead resistance, we're looking at 0.020074. So if you get something from this, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. God bless each and every one of you. Take care, my friends.